grass at the other side, they will never be able to appreciate the green grass that was right under their feet the entire time. Good morning, everyone. Sometimes I take a glimpse, a tiny glimpse into someone else's life. And mind you, this can be some random person walking down the street. And with such little information available, maybe even deriving from such arbitrary details like the very clothes they wear, I start to fabricate an endless account of their lives. And in my head, usually, their life just seems so much better than mine that it just puts such a heavy damper on my mood. And you might be wondering, what good can come out of making shaky assumptions about someone else's life, especially at the expense of your own well-being? Nothing, really. And why do we do it? Well, the human brain has this nasty habit of latching itself into tendencies that are detrimental to our well-being. Sort of like how a fish catches itself onto a fishing net. And we all know it doesn't end well for them. And if we want it to end well for us, we must correct these detrimental habits. This phenomenon that I've just mentioned, which is usually referred to as thinking the grass is greener on the other side, it's elevated by the current prevalent use of social media, and especially during the ongoing COVID crisis, when a lot of our communication had to be delegated to social media because face-to-face communication had to be extremely limited, because we had to limit face-to-face communication as to safeguard public health. But it's important to know that social media, it's only a place where people pick out their best moments, one that made them look unique and stand out, and post it for the entire world to see. But unfortunately, some people look at these posts, alluding to such a wild and adventurous persona, and we start comparing those lives to ours. Maybe we see a post about someone just hanging out with their friends at a restaurant, and you know what, we might just leave it at that, just take a like and just move on. But no. We go into a self-existential crisis, and we comment, well, look at them, they're having fun and they're making such wild memories. Well, I just spent today watching TV and finishing homework. But that kind of defeats the point of social media, because they don't post about random and trivial moments like watching TV or eating food, because that's something most people go through most of the times of every day. So it gets quite repetitive. Instead, they just post about the highlights of their life. And that's where this comparison becomes flawed, because we can only see the highs of their lives, not the lows, not the normals, and we can't compare this to our knowledge of our own flaws and mundane moments. Another issue is that while we obsessively care about someone else's life, we tend to ignore the very riches that we have in ours. Maybe we get a new phone someday, and we're like, it doesn't matter, because that person has the latest version and a better phone. And this causes for you to develop unrealistic standards that can never be content. And you might think, well, since someone has always had it better, so nothing we have matters. But that's not true. Happiness has no objective measure. Somewhere, someone is happy with less than what you have. And this is why we must realize that our ultimate goal of life is to be happy. And by obsessively caring about someone else's life, we're not going to achieve that. Especially if we learn from COVID that we take for granted so many things, like a good health. And this detrimental habit will only make it even worse. So let's not take things for granted and only appreciate them when they're lost. And don't be sad thinking someone has it better, because it only sucks out the happiness we all ultimately wish to have. Thank you.